What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bridging the Geekdoms. I'm your host, Robert Slavinsky, and today with me, somebody that, well, we haven't seen for quite some time. It's been a number of months, actually, but without any further ado, the man, the myth, the skinny penis,
Hey.
Colton Bird.
Yeah, it's your boy. I think I've upgraded because I've put on. Well, I don't know. Since I've started with the post office, I think I've lost some weight. So I don't know. It might be still your skinny pea.
I've actually been losing some weight lately, so that's a cool thing. That's nice to, of course, as I was, scarfing down some French fries here before the show, but that's besides the point.
Only God can judge us in the end.
Exactly. Exactly. But, yeah, so today, honestly, this is going to be a off-the-cuff type of show. I didn't do one last week. I actually got tested positive for COVID last week. So it's been last Sunday, so a week and a day I've been sick, and I'm starting to feel better today, which is kind of nice. The cough is kind of diminished. My taste and smell are slowly coming back. I can't taste everything like I used to or smell everything, but it's slowly coming back. I tell you what, I'm not one of those people that have been like all frantic about COVID and everything, and I don't like to get political or anything on the show here, but I gotta say, I know I was lucky with how bad I got it. Now I am vaccinated, which does probably, did help a little bit. But I gotta say, I think I was a little bit lucky with how minor it hit me, but it still sucked. I'm not gonna say it was fun. I mean, it was tiring and coughing and my sinuses. I think the two worst things were loss of taste and smell, and then my sinuses. Having a stuffy nose for a week just is horrible, and my face being congested, it just sucks. So but yeah, that's what's been going on with me. That's why there was no show last week. We're also not doing a live show this week because again, I kind of wanted to just do this with Colton. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And,
don't worry, I'll still beat that dead horse from 2018, 2017.
Wow, that's like 2004, but
whatever. I mean, formalities. But what's been going on with you? I mean, it's been a number of months. We haven't talked a lot because you've been really busy, whether it's with a new job, the holidays, what have you. What's been going on? Let's see. I started in the post office in October. That was fun. I mean, it still is fun. I mean, it's snowing sucks a lot of dick, but I mean, you're in the truck by yourself for like 90% of the day, so it's really nice. Let's see. I got COVID again. Well, I tested positive like a few days before you. Damn Nicole. But I will say this time was significantly better than the first time I had it. Time I had it, I was fucked up.
You got it. It was like the Christmas, the year, like what Christmas 2020, like the year came.
It fucked me up. I like came to grips with dying there for a hot second. It was rough. This time I just had like a cough. That was it. I didn't even really get congested. I just coughed. I was like, oh, whatever. I went to Med Express, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you were positive." I was like, "I kind of figured, whatever." I was like, "I'm vaccinated. I don't really like compared to the first time. This is a cakewalk." But besides that, I've been with my newfound time off, been catching up on some stuff. Got a whole bunch of new Polygon Warrior stuff coming out.
Yeah, I'm actually real excited about you getting involved again with.
I actually have a new theme now.
What's that?
I have a new theme now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You able to play it for us or no?
I got to download it.
Don't worry about it then. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see you doing some video game stuff because we started to a little bit a number of months back, and then you just got too busy.
Yeah.
So,
6 days a week, 8 hours a week sucks.
Yeah, I bet that would be pretty horrible. But there's been some pretty big video game news lately, and I think we're going to jump into that right now and just discuss what's been going on in the world of video gaming. And I want to get your opinion and point of view on everything because it's rather crazy to think that Microsoft is kind of taking over.
Yeah, Microsoft has, in essence, gathered the Infinity Stones.
And if you haven't, I can't even spell at all.
And it's gonna be funny because once they make Spyro and Crash exclusives for Xbox, they're gonna have the Sony being Wanda. You've taken everything from me, and Thanos is gonna be Microsoft. I don't even know who you are.
But yeah, Microsoft has acquired Activision, which is a huge deal. Was it a $70 billion deal or some crap? Like absolutely insane.
And what's sad is they probably paid $50 billion just for Call of Duty. That's the sad part.
And Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, he kind of came out and he was like, all right, here's the deal. There's a lot of concern, and we're going to honor all of those contracts that have been in place with Activision, which I think is a great thing. And I know a lot of people were sitting there saying, well, it seems like Microsoft is just going to take everything away from Sony and not allow them to have these IPs on the PlayStation. They got Bethesda about a year ago, and now with this whole Activision thing, and people need to realize that's not what they're going to do. Excuse me, because if you think about it, honestly, think about it. Not everybody has an Xbox. Not everybody has a PlayStation. So if they put all of these IPs solely on the Xbox, they're going to be losing out on a lot of money. So I'm not going to say they're not going to keep some of those titles exclusively on the Xbox. Absolutely. But games like Call of Duty, even when those contracts are up, you can damn well guarantee it's going to be on both.
Yeah, why would you cut your profit literally in half? I am excited, though. Have you seen what the news with Call of Duty? Well, I don't know if it's news. It's more of a rumor. Well, they're gonna get away from the yearly releases.
Yearly, yes, which I think is a huge thing right there. They need to get away from that.
You're not even reskinning the same game. You're just releasing the same game and adding 7 seasons to it. That's all you're doing.
And here's my thing. In the world of live games right now, take a look at Fortnite. And I know a lot of people are going, hey, you're talking about Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. But it's a great example because of what it has done over the past 5 years. What the game is today is not what it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Or 4 years ago, however long ago it came out. It is. I'm not going to say it's a completely different game, but it has changed drastically. And here's the thing. People are still playing it. So why spend so much time and energy in making new titles every year when you can do what Fortnite's done? Bungie, or not Bungie, 343 is doing that with Halo. Yeah. They see the what is it that I'm thinking of? The profitability, it's just smart.
I mean, it's just lesser work, in all honesty.
It is.
It's easier to maintain the servers in one game as opposed to we're going to make a new game every year.
Yeah. It's
especially like Call of Duty, because really what Warzone's still been off of Modern Warfare for 3 years? Something like that.
I haven't even been paying attention to Call of Duty. I stopped paying attention to Call of Duty in like 2012, 2013, something like that.
That was the last good one.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I was big on Battlefield during that time, but let's not get into Battlefield.
2042 is a nice steamer.
Yeah, which there's rumor that it may go free to play.
Thank God. I mean, at this point, I don't know why it's not free to play. We all have pretty much embraced microtransactions.
Yeah. And I won't say embraced, but I feel that there's room for microtransactions to be done. And I'm going to throw Halo out there as for instance right now. So Halo Infinite's out. Been out for a little more than 2 months, at least the multiplayer has. Oh, man. I thought I was good to talk, and I'm not doing too well. But it's been out for about 2 months. And honestly, microtransactions haven't been a problem. People are mad because they can't get all of the customizations that they've had in previous games. But I'm sorry, if you're playing a Halo game, it's not solely about the customization. I'm old school Halo. I mean, I
You're started like 2001.
Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3. Halo 3 had some customization, but I wasn't concerned about it. I was like, hey, let's play some Halo. Oh, cool. I have a samurai helmet. Let's go with that. All right, cool. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I didn't care so much about the customization. So for me, that's a game that did it right because you don't need the microtransactions. There's nothing that you have to pay for to make you have an advantage in the game.
Yeah. It's just skill.
Yeah. It's a skill-based game, essentially. There's nothing that would make you better. And I mean, other games are like Fortnite's the same way.
Yeah, how fast can you build like a tower to the top of the ceiling?
I don't even know. Is that what they still do?
I don't know. I haven't followed it since 2017.
My kids haven't been playing it as much either. I've actually gotten them but I'm getting them in the Halo, which is really exciting for me. But yeah. So but that's what's going on. I mean, Microsoft acquiring Activision, Spyro, and Crash Bandicoot. Most likely we'll be seeing their debuts on Xbox probably within the next 3 years.
I mean, they have
Bandicoot's been on it.
Yeah. So Spyro.
Has he?
The Reignited trilogy's on there.
I didn't know that. So, well, I mean, besides that, I mean, what is the loss? There's no loss.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody's freaking out over basically Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that's it.
And when, in all honesty, I think the Bethesda acquisition you're going to see more exclusives come out of that than you will out of the Activision, at least early on, because Activision, I mean, that's again the big thing is Call of Duty. So, imagine though if Bungie was still under Activision, that would have been funny. That would have been funny. Definitely would have been funny.
Microsoft has reclaimed Halo.
So, you haven't been here for quite a while, so I kind of want to ask you some questions because I mean there were a lot of movies that actually came out towards the end of the year. Have you seen any of them? Any of the big ones?
Not really.
Did you see Shang-Chi?
Yes, allegedly illegally, so it was really dark. Allegedly, all rumor.
Yeah, I mean you could just jump on Disney Plus and watch it.
Well, this was when it first came out.
I when I sat down and
dope.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. But when I sat down and took a look at all like the superhero movies of 2021, Shang-Chi was actually at the top of my list, besides Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was 2021.
Yeah. So, Eternals, you see that?
No, not yet. That's on my list to watch either tonight or tomorrow.
Look, go into Eternals open-minded. It is not your typical Marvel movie. It's not your cookie cutter, superhero film. It's actually got some depth to it. And I'm not saying it's like, it's definitely not like a Zack Snyder movie where you have to think and everything, but it's definitely a deeper Marvel movie than what you're used to. Let's put it that way. So I do, keep an open mind. Beware, there's a sex scene.
Oh, nice.
And there's gay people. So very progressive. Very progressive. No, I really enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it, and I just didn't understand why, because I thought it was a lot of fun. I saw it twice. Did I see it twice or once? I can't remember. But I've seen it in theater, and I was like, hey, this was worth paying the money to go see it. It wasn't like I was mad that I spent the money, but yeah, I don't know why people were so upset. I mean, it's not that I don't know, I know, but it's people have to be pissed off at something, right?
I mean, that's 2022 for you.
And then Spider-Man, did you see that yet?
No. COVID kind of ruined that one.
It's been out for over a month, damn it. Yeah, I know you've been busy. Definitely check that out when you get a chance, because I think you'll really enjoy that movie. Of course, you've probably seen all the spoilers or heard all the spoilers already, but when when a couple people show up, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Spoiler warning, movie has characters.
Yeah. There's a few. Definitely a few.
I can't believe you've done that.
Well, as we do every week, and I know you haven't been here for it, but as we do every week, we got a little update that we're going to give. And this isn't much of an update today because I don't have much info, but there is some stuff going on in the world that impacts this. So let's get to it. All right, a Restore the Snyderverse update. And I've been doing this every week that I have a show because there's so much negativity, toxicity, animosity all around this fandom and this movement. And it kind of gets me upset sometimes, and probably more than it should. But I do this because I want people to know that we don't need to be so hard-headed and ridiculous when it comes to this movement. Yeah, I know there's some things that are kind of connected. You had the whole I Stand with Ray Fisher stuff and everything going on with all that he has claimed happened when he was making Justice League. But I think people need to step back and realize that those are two separate things. I don't think we should be lumping in Ray Fisher's movement of sorts with the Snyderverse movement because that it's a bad look on the Snyderverse movement. And that's just my opinion. I know that there's probably people out there who says you have to have one, you can't do one without the other, you have to have both, blah, blah. But to me, the most successful that we've ever been is whenever we've stayed passionate, excited, and united. That's kind of what I say all the time. And that's what I want to touch on today, because we had some pretty big information come out last week, and there was this whole story that came out about Josh Whedon, whatever you want to say. And he came and he did a story. He actually did an interview, I think it was last spring, and they waited until now to release it. And he kind of says, yeah, I suck at life, but I'm trying to do better. Yeah, I cheated on my wife because, well, I had to. And Gal Gadot just doesn't understand English. So when she says I threatened her career, she just didn't understand what I was saying. So, yeah, I was joking around or some shit. And then he essentially tried to say that Zack Snyder had Ray Fisher say all this stuff against Joss, and that Zack is actually the racist. This is all this stuff that came out last week, which is absolutely insane. But it kind of like boiled over into the Snyderverse fandom, obviously, because this was more in line against what Ray Fisher was saying, but the fandom kind of turned it around and was like, oh, no, this is all about Zack Snyder and his vision and everything. And we got to boycott WB for this. We got to boycott WB for that. And Ray Fisher is kind of the one leading the charge on that boycott WB thing, because he said, I will never support a Walter Hamada production, all this stuff, until he apologizes or he's gone. So that started the whole boycott WB thing. And it kind of got me upset this past week. Probably about 2 or 3 days ago, I'm sitting there, half asleep, and it's probably because I was sick and I got real annoyed seeing all this online. And I kind of called out people. I'm like, this boycott Warner Brothers thing is kind of ridiculous. And I still believe it is. I'm not going to sit there and tell people don't boycott Warner Brothers. Do it. I mean, if you want to show them with your money how you feel, go for it. But in the grand scheme of things, this is something that I've been saying for a number of months. The success or failure of any Warner Brothers project will not dictate whether the Snyderverse is restored or not. And people don't seem to understand that right now. And that's what I was trying to get across is boycott it all you want, go for it. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people saying, boycott Warner Brothers, hashtag boycott Warner Brothers, and then 2 tweets later, oh man, I can't wait to see the Batman.
That's not how that works.
Oh man, have you been watching Peacemaker? if you're boycotting Warner Brothers, you shouldn't have HBO Max. You shouldn't be going to see the Batman. And then people get all upset at me because I said, look, it's kind of ridiculous because there's no guidance. There's no leadership in these movements anymore. And people are just doing what they want all willy-nilly like. So you have boycott Warner Brothers, you have I Stand with Ray Fisher, you have restore the Snyderverse, restore the Snyderverse. You have three movements here that, in a sense, can be connected, but shouldn't be. Because, honestly, when it comes down to it, the entirety of the Snyderverse being restored really only will be, how do you say, it'll really only be possible if everybody's on board. And that doesn't mean that if the Flash movie fails, Warner Brothers is going to say, well, the Flash failed, we got to restore the Snyderverse. Or if the Batman fails, we got to restore the Snyderverse. It's not what it is at all. Excuse me. So when we get down to everything, I want people to realize and understand, especially when I'm talking online, sometimes I say things before I completely think, or not think, but I don't put my thoughts out very well immediately. So when I say stuff like that, I'm not against the movements. Again, I'm all for people boycotting. I'm all for people standing with Ray Fisher. I'm all for people trying to restore the Snyderverse. I want nothing more than the Snyderverse to be restored. But there has to be a united front. There has to be one specific set goal that we are all moving forward to, and there needs to be a direction on how to get to it. And I'm kind of worried we're not there. I'm kind of worried that most of us are, well, most of us are basically like, well, let's just kind of do our own thing. Oh, I'm mad at them. And then you start spouting out toxic, hateful language and things. But then on the other side, you're trying to be all nice and peaceful and helpful and kind. And there's just a mix, excuse me, a mixed signal there. But I don't know. I want to know all of your thoughts. I want everybody to put in the comments below what you think of everything that's going on with Restore the Snyderverse. This whole Joss Whedon thing was ridiculous. Excuse me. It was completely ridiculous. And I hope that they kind of, I hope they kind of end his career. Because that would be very, very nice. All right. Let's kind of move on from here. Huh. Yeah. There's been some Batgirl images. Let me see if I can pull them up here real quick, because it's been pretty cool. I mean, we saw some behind the scenes stuff, and there's a lot actually going on with this. Let's see here. And there we go. All right. So we got some behind the set footage, and that's the thing. This movie has been kind of all eyes are on this movie right now. I don't think they were expecting it to be like this, but it is. Fire Department of Gotham City shirt, Leslie Grace's Barbara Gordon there. Then we got the Gotham Police logos, Elseworlds. I like Xavier, my man Xavier there. And he's pointing out something that I've said quite often. Elseworlds. Very important to see Elseworlds there. The one on the left is from Zack Snyder's universe. The one on the right is from Batgirl. And we got some other photos here of Leslie Grace's Barbara Gordon. Yet again. I don't know. I'm not completely I'm still not sold on this suit. I don't know. I get what they're going for. It is very comic accurate in look. But personally, I don't think it works in live action. I just don't think it works. And I don't know. What do you think, Colton? Have you seen the Batgirl costume here? Do you think it works for live action? What do you think? You're muted. Hold on. You're muted.
Oh, no. There we go. Okay. I like it. I mean, for TV, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
and it kind of
I don't understand why everybody was so upset about it.
See, I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of that look in live action. And here's why. So I'm going to pull this up here real quick. So this here, whoops, not what I wanted. That is what it's going off of right there.
Mm-hmm.
That look from the comics. Again, it is very comic accurate. And it's actually one of my favorite looks of Batgirl in the comics. But I don't see it working in live action. I don't think it works. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm not. I don't mind it. I mean, it's gonna take me 3 years to watch the show, so
it's a movie. It's a movie.
Whatever. It's still gonna take me 3 years to watch it. So,
but yeah, there's been quite a few behind the scenes images that have popped up here, and promote my boy Nicotina today. Break down the latest regarding this was, I guess today. Yeah, so check that out.
Nicotina. #4nerds.
I do want to say that if you haven't checked out 4nerds, go check out 4nerds. They got some awesome shows over there. My boy Dawson Weidrich's over there, and they do some pretty cool things. So go check them out if you haven't. Yeah. So I mean, Batgirl. Here's a cool little video that came about. People were really getting behind the scenes footage. So it's crazy how much they're actually getting. There is not much security when it comes to this movie.
What do they do? Go to the local preschool and hire every kid to be the security for this film?
Who knows?
It seems like you just stroll up and be like, "Yes, I am a cameraman with my iPhone."
Then there's her up on a rooftop. Yeah, but you can see that she has a different cape here. From the one that's up here, because this one, where's it at? I can't find it now. Oh well, there's the one picture has a yellow cape, and all these ones have had black. So it'll be interesting. There's a cool picture. I don't know who did that. Pretty cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Batgirl only because I'm just not looking forward to much when it comes to DC right now, because we don't know what direction they're going in.
I say there seems to be no clear direction over there at Warner Brothers.
And there hasn't been for a number of years, unfortunately.
Basically since the beginning.
Look, I'm all for them doing. Honestly, I'm all for them doing the Flash movie and reestablishing the DCEU. I just wish. I think what I'm not happy about is mostly Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Why? Why is there no word? Are we getting Henry Cavill to come back? Is he done? Is he not coming back? What is the deal? And that's all I want to know. That's all I really want to know. What's going on with Henry Cavill? But
he's growing a beautiful mustache. That's what he's doing.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. Now, Mission Impossible, what is it, 7? Not 17. It actually got delayed, unfortunately. I don't know if you heard about that. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Tom Cruise and COVID got into a fight, and Tom Cruise sprained his ankle doing his own scenes. His own stunts. Sorry, not scenes.
Is that what it is?
That's my guess.
So actually 7 and 8 have been delayed. 7 was supposed to come out 2023, I think, but they moved 7. So Mission Impossible 7 is moving to July 14th, 2023, and it was supposed to come out this September. So they're pushing it back, 8 months, 9 months?
Something
which is
like
ridiculous. That. Ridiculous. I get that COVID's out there. And Mission
just
Impossible.
Just tell it to stop. Duh.
Tell it to stop, yeah. But
sheesh.
How much money was this movie going to make anyway? I'm not saying, I'm a Mission Impossible fan, but would it have made enough money? Like, is that why they're pushing it back? Because they don't think they're going to make a lot of money? I just don't get it. I don't understand that. But yeah, they've pushed that back to July 14, 2023, which really, really bites because I was looking forward to it. And now the 8th one is coming out June 28th, 2024. Now, it's kind of cool because 2 years in a row we'll have Mission Impossible films, but still.
Yeah. I mean, just like Black Panther seems to just be a dumpster fire. Every time they think they can start filming again, they just COVID or someone breaks themselves. Or
I think it's due to start up this week, isn't it?
No, it wasn't. I think it got delayed because of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
8 days ago, they said it was going to resume filming.
I might be wrong. I think I read it somewhere. It might have been delayed it the last time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, since I've seen it in the background, there is something I did get that I accidentally pre-ordered 2 years ago and it finally came in.
Okay.
My good old Mando Nerf gun.
Mando Nerf gun.
If it wasn't so, the box wasn't so far away. Oh.
Hmm?
If the box wasn't so far away, I'd grab the box too. The box is really dope.
For those who are listening, he's got a Nerf gun from The Mandalorian.
Hey, I have the same patch. It's on my work backpack. But like, it's a one shot and it's super long. It's like in the box, it was as tall as Nicole. It comes up to like her titty, I think. Yeah, that was something I came in the mail last week that I completely forgot about.
That's pretty cool.
2 years ago. Looked at my bank account. I was like, why did $100 come out? What?
$100 for that thing?
Yeah, I meant to cancel it because it was an impulse buy. I was like, oh, I need this. And then I completely forgot about it.
$100 freaking dollars.
And $100 came out of my bank account. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, okay.
I got a 3D printer for my birthday a couple weeks ago. And nice. So I've been doing that. And here's a failed Millennium Falcon I was trying to make. And it just kind of failed.
Nice.
I
hear that you're opening a dildo store on Etsy.
Soon.
Heard it here first.
This is going to be our first one here.
Bridging the holes is what it's called.
This is our first one. So if you're a big Halo fan,
yeah, it's called the. That's not NSFW. That's NSFW. Dildo is not, but what I was about to say was.
Yeah, dildo is not. Yeah, you can say dildo, but
showing one.
Yeah.
Showing one is that
you can't show one. No, it's funny because Dominique's brother keeps asking me, he's like, so you got a 3D printer. Have you printed a penis yet? Like, no, he's like, I'm ashamed. Like that should be one of the first things you do.
I would have just been like, just the balls though. I only did the balls. No shaft, no head, nothing, just the balls.
Oh man. I don't know. It's been fun doing it. Definitely some. I mean, working out the kinks kind of sucks and all that, but it's fun.
At least you have something to do with your newfound time for the moment.
This is interesting. Eternal's VFX supervisor seems to be saying Black Knight and the Ebony Blade will show up in the movie Blade. Now,
I'm still so excited for that. Didn't see the movie, but that got spoiled.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at the post-credit scene, and it's the post-credit scene if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? Yeah, it's the post.
I don't know, but
not the mid. So make sure you stick around and watch that. But you don't even see Blade; you just hear him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just hear him, but that's exciting. That's really exciting.
Definitely. Now, here's some interesting things, and I'm going to talk about this here. Let me do this because anybody who's watching, I don't want to All right.
Oh, shameless self-promotion. Keep an eye on Polygon Warriors. I have a Bug Snacks review going up.
All right. Potential spoilers for Doctor Strange 2. Now, we do know that there's been quite a bit of information coming out in regards to this movie. Whether you take it all and believe it or not, that's another thing. That's up to you. I'm not going to talk about that stuff. I got some pretty cool information here. I'm not going to talk about all of it, just little bits and pieces. That Wanda will indeed be the villain of this movie. Sushi. What's its name? No.
Kombucha.
What is it? I can't remember what its name is. Let me see for a second. I gotta double check because not TikTok.
Potential spoiler. Doctor Strange will indeed appear in Doctor Strange 2. I know. I'm sorry.
Doctor Strange is gonna be in it?
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry.
Shuma, not Shusha. Shuma. Now, if you don't know who Shuma is, I'm actually gonna pull it up here for you.
It's a person.
It is not a person.
Or being.
It's a being. It is 100% a being. It is.
It has potentially at least 2 arms.
More.
Potentially.
Shuma Gorath. It is kind of like a big giant squid octopus type of thing.
It's kind of like what's its face from James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Starro.
Not that's Pokemon.
But this here is Shuma Gorath. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, because this has come out that Shuma is in the movie, and it's believed people are saying, oh, he must be the villain because he is a villain of Doctor Strange's. It's kind of a bait and switch. They're kind of showing you this because they don't want to show you who the true villain is, at least at this point in time with the marketing, who is going to be Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch. Again, that's kind of information that people were expecting to hear. I know you haven't seen Spider-Man, so you don't know. I don't know if you saw the trailer online, but it was the post-credit scene was the trailer for Doctor Strange. Even that trailer, it doesn't give away that Wanda's the villain. It kind of just, she's in it type of thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like this whole idea, all of this going on within the spectrum of this multiverse adventure, we're going to have America Chavez, who's Miss Marvel, or not Miss Marvel, Miss America. And who else are we going to have?
And Hulk Hogan, because he is the real American.
Well, she's going to come in. she's going to come in because I think that's who that is. Is that Miss? Yeah. This here. Miss America Chavez. So she's going to be showing up, but she actually has the ability to open portals to other dimensions. So here's where I'm getting at here. So Doctor Strange 2, main villain's going to be Wanda. American Chavez is going to come in. She's going to kind of help Doctor Strange open these portals to go where he needs to go through the multiverse shenanigans. We're going to have things like the American Legion pop up, which, if rumor is to be believed, Tony Stark is going to be utilizing the iron shield, like the iron, like what he was trying to do in Age of Ultron. He'll have that in this universe. And the person that will be heading the iron or the Legion is going to actually be Professor Xavier.
Yeah, wasn't that leaked in like
again
means imagery or
So yeah, there's been some concept art, yes. Along with Reed Richards and Tony Stark, 3 of the smartest minds are going to be popping up in this movie, which I think is kind of cool. But that's not the fun. The fun part is who is going to be playing these roles.
John Krasinski is going to be Charles Xavier.
I mean, it'd be cool. Not Charles Xavier? No, he should be Reed Richards. He should be Reed Richards. No. What is probably going to be is Reed Richards is probably going to be somebody that we don't know. That we just don't know right now. But is it going to be James McAvoy or Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier?
I'd love for James McAvoy.
I'm hearing both are going to be in this movie.
That'd be cool. I mean, we got the whole Days of Future Past shit show.
And there's that rumor of Tom Cruise being Iron Man in this universe. So that's kind of cool. That's all kind of cool.
I mean, that could be kind of confirmed with the delay of Mission Impossible.
Maybe. I mean,
it could, but
I don't think that has anything that would have anything to do with it.
No, it's Tom Cruise. But there's a reason why his teeth aren't centered.
But that's kind of some stuff. I did get a bunch of other information, and it's based off of a lot of older story elements that were kind of going around months ago. As I'm able to maybe confirm some more of it, I will bring it up. But that's kind of the bulk, the meat and potatoes of what this movie is going to be. Is it's going to be Wanda, the villain, trying to get her children, find her children, and because of the fear of her messing with the multiverse and what she's doing, Doctor Strange and America Chavez are going to go after her, trying to stop her. In their adventures going through the multiverse, they come across that Legion, which they're trying to like, what are you doing? You should not be doing this type of thing. And so that's kind of what it is. It sounds cool. I'm hoping it's a little bit better than that. But again, some of the stuff I've heard sounds pretty cool. Sounds a little underwhelming. As I get more information, I will make sure I kind of bring it out a little bit, but that isn't much. I mean, that's not...
I don't think anybody's really looking forward to it as much as Spider-Man.
Well, I'm glad you bring up Spider-Man, because remember, Doctor Strange 2 was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home. But when COVID happened, everything got all wonky and things had to move around. And that's a big reason why. I don't know if you heard the report back in late November. Tom Holland was talking about how the movie was rewritten as they were filming the film.
Oh, nice.
And there were moments that they would go into work and they would have no idea what they're filming. And there's a reason for that. And that's because Doctor Strange was supposed to come out before Spider-Man, and the multiverse aspect would have been explained, and a character was going to be in Spider-Man that isn't Doctor Strange, but they had to write her out of it.
Oh, Venom. Duh.
No,
I'm kidding.
America Chavez.
Well, that would make sense.
Miss America was going to be in Spider-Man. She was going to be the one that opened the portals. Spoiler, sorry. Was going to open the portals for the other Spider-Men to show up. But the way they do it in the movie, they obviously had to adjust it, because we have yet to be introduced to her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the introduction happens in Doctor Strange. So instead of rewriting 2 movies, they decided to go the route of rewriting Spider-Man in that regard.
They rubber banded one together. Yeah,
essentially. It doesn't hurt the film. Trust me, the movie's still great, and the person they have now opening the portals, I was kind of like, really? But I get it. I get it. It is what it is.
For writing on the fly, it is what it is.
Yeah. Definitely could have been better, but whatever. So, yeah, that's that. I mean, I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange. I know it got pushed back to May. That's fine. I'm still looking forward to it. But, I mean, it's just... I think my hype for Marvel, because of what I've been told about this movie right now, and I've said this in the past, this whole multiverse aspect, I think is going to be cleared up at the end of this film. I think the multiverse will still be there and possibly be a issue that can happen from time to time. Mm-hmm. But people thinking that the multiverse is going to be some big overarching story like the Infinity Saga was, I think are going to be sadly mistaken and disappointed in that, because I don't think they have enough story for it. I think the whole idea behind this is simply to get these other characters that they now have rights to into the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So
sadly.
Yeah.
Because the multiverse is big and scary. Just like your mom.
But I am looking forward to the supernatural side of Marvel. You know, we got Werewolf by Night, we got Moon Knight coming out, which looks phenomenal. We got Blade. I mean,
technically Morbius. Yeah, it's not Marvel. I mean, it might be Marvel. They might
kill it with fire.
They might cross it over.
Kill it with fire. That Venom, anything Sony's doing, kill it with fire.
Oh, come on now. Venom 1, I still haven't made it 20 minutes into the movie. It's not that bad. I fall asleep every time. It's not that bad.
Did you even see the second one?
No, because I haven't seen the first one.
Man, it was such a waste of money to see it.
We attempted that movie 6 times, and if I don't fall asleep, she falls asleep. It's just not going to happen.
I don't blame it. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Both of them are bad movies. Like, they're not even... There's no redeeming quality in either of the Venom films. There isn't. The actors who they have portray the characters is shit. The portrayals are shit. Everything about those movies are just crap. I'm sorry. I know I've gone on my rants so many times with this, but it's just bad. It's bad. Eddie Brock is not a joke. He's not a joke in the comics. Ever. He's never a joke. And they made him a joke. They made him...
I mean, it's Sony. Look at the X-Men. They massacred my boys.
That was Fox, but yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. Whatever. They all massacred it. Speaking of, Nicole watched Deadpool for the first time yesterday.
First time, really?
Yeah. She wasn't impressed. Guess all the kid humor didn't really do it for her.
That's weird.
Yeah, shot him in the butthole, and I laughed for like probably 10 minutes. Or like the baby hand sequence when he's rubbing his roommate's face. The old lady. That's funny. I asked her if she wanted to watch the second one, but she didn't want to. Then she promptly bullied me into watching You.
Yeah, I had to sit through that. Honestly, it's not that bad. It really isn't that bad.
I mean, I've watched up. We're on episode 2 of season 3. I try to watch one a day, but I'm like, sometimes.
We're actually watching Heroes right now. Now, I don't know if you watched Heroes when it was on or not. The first season
on like Fox, like way
it
back.
It was NBC.
It was on one of them,
or maybe it was Fox. I think it was NBC. Yeah, NBC because it's on Peacock. But yeah, the first season I really enjoyed when it first came out. Watching it again, this is the third time I watched it. The first season, it doesn't hold up. There's now she was enjoying it, which I was shocked with. But there are moments where I'm just like, really, this is all this is? Like, there's so much talking and so much exposition. Like, there's just not a lot of action, for a movie or for a show like this. Season 2, if you know anything about the production of it, is a huge downgrade, mainly because that happened right during the writer's strike back in, I think it was like 2007, 2008 or something like that. And all the writers left, so they had to hire other types of writers to come in. And I honestly, we're in the middle of season 2 right now, and there's times where I'm laughing and it's just so poorly written for somebody who watches a lot of movies and TV and tries to write his own scripts from time to time. Seeing the mistakes that are made from a writing standpoint in that season is humorous at times. But yeah, she's enjoying it, and going through it again isn't too bad. It's just I know what's coming, and I know